Have you ever noticed how things just don't seem right sometimes? We hurt each other, we make selfish choices. Deep down, we know we don't always live up to our own standards, let alone a perfect standard. This is the reality of sin. It's like a glitch in the system, throwing everything off balance. Imagine a beautiful tapestry, carefully woven together. Sin is like a tear in the fabric, disrupting the beauty and harmony of the original design. Because of sin, our relationship with God, the one who created us, became broken. We couldn't bridge the gap on our own. We've all done things we regret, things that separate us from God, who is perfect and holy. These wrongs, big and small, have consequences. It's like a debt we can't repay. Imagine a courtroom where justice must be served. Our sin demands a sentence. We are guilty, and the penalty is separation from God. This is a serious matter with eternal consequences. But God, in His infinite love and mercy, provided a way back to Himself. He offered a solution to the problem of sin and its consequences, a sacrifice. Think of a bridge being built across a wide chasm. This bridge represents God's plan for our rescue. He would send someone to take our place, to bear the weight of our sin and its penalty. God chose to send His own Son, Jesus, to be that sacrifice. Jesus, who lived a perfect life, willingly took our place. He became the bridge between us and God. Imagine a spotless lamb, chosen for sacrifice. Jesus, without blemish or fault, became that lamb. He offered Himself freely, out of love for us, so that we could be reconciled to God. Section 5. Love beyond measure. This act of sending Jesus demonstrates the immeasurable love of God. It's a love that is hard for us to fully grasp, a love that goes beyond our understanding. Think of the most powerful, selfless love you can imagine. A parent for their child, a soldier for their comrade. God's love for us is even greater than that. He loves us even though we are undeserving. Section 6. Grace like a flood. Through Jesus' sacrifice, we are offered the free gift of grace. We don't have to earn it or deserve it. It's not a reward for good behavior, but a gift freely given. Imagine a cup overflowing with water. That's what God's grace is like, abundant and overflowing. It washes over us, cleansing us from the stain of sin and making us new. Section 7. Freedom's anthem. Because of Jesus, we are set free from the power and penalty of sin. We are no longer bound by guilt and shame. This freedom allows us to live in a new way. Imagine the chains of bondage being broken, setting a captive free. This is what Jesus does for us. He breaks the chains of sin and death, offering us true freedom and life. Section 8. The ripple effect. Jesus' sacrifice wasn't just for us as individuals, it was for the whole world. His love has the power to transform lives and bring hope and healing. Think of a stone being thrown into a pond, creating ripples that spread outward. That's how Jesus' love works. It starts with us and then spreads outward, touching the lives of those around us. Section 9. A future full of hope. Because of Jesus, we can look to the future with hope and confidence. Death is not the end. We have the promise of eternal life with God. Imagine a world without pain, suffering, or sin. This is the future that awaits those who put their faith in Jesus. It's a future filled with joy, peace, and the presence of God.